Hey students, I hope everything is going good and you are enjoying your time. But with enjoyment and entertainment, study will go side by side. I must mention that I have already explained all the types and kinds of nouns in the previous videos, but they were split into different parts. But now the purpose of making this video is for those students who are preparing for their exams. They will be able to learn all the types and kinds of nouns in a one go. So without wasting a minute, I'll start this video. Let's get started. Between proper and common noun. The first difference is based on its specificity. We have the difference between proper and common noun on this base. The proper noun, it is the name of a specific noun. On the other hand, it is a name of a general noun that is not specific. Proper noun is specific everywhere and for everybody. Common noun is common everywhere and for everybody. Examples. For example, Maz is a good student. Here, Maz is a proper noun. On the other hand, for common noun, he is a good boy. So, boy is a common noun. He wants to visit Switzerland. Switzerland is a proper noun. It is a name of a country. He wants to visit different countries. Now, the difference between Switzerland and countries is really obvious because Switzerland is a specific noun for everyone. You call it Switzerland, I call it Switzerland. It is proper, it is specific for you and for me, for everyone. But when you say countries, yes, now we do not have any specific country. We are talking about it in general. Which country? We do not know. So, it is generally discussed here. Then the last is he has studied about Antarctica. Now, what is Antarctica? Antarctica is a continent. He has studied about continents. Now, continents is in general form and we do not specify it. Then next difference is about capitalization. When you talk about proper noun and common noun, there is a difference while writing it on a piece of paper that it always starts with a capital letter wherever its location is. Location means wherever in a sentence you are writing a proper noun, you will write it with a capital letter. For example, English is my favorite subject. Now, it is in the start of a sentence, it is in the place of the subject and I have written it with capital letter, that is E. Because we start a sentence with a capital letter. But in the next sentence, my favorite subject is English. Now again, English is written here with capital letter because it is a proper noun. I want to teach English and make the students grow. Now again, within the middle of the sentence, you have written it with capital letter. But it is not with the case of the common nouns. Common nouns, it always starts with a small letter except the start of a sentence. Like if you are starting a sentence and your first letter or your first word is a common noun or not a specific noun, then definitely you will write it with capital letter. For example, the first one is I have many books. Now books is at the end of the sentence and you have written it with small letter. Books are good friends. Now same, books are common noun here, but you have written it with capital. Why? Because it is in the start of the sentence. The third one is I read books because it enhances my knowledge. Now books is again a proper noun and it is written with a small letter. Then the next is plurality. When you talk about singular and plural, it is on the basis of this difference is on the basis of its plurality. When you talk about proper noun, it is generally singular. When you talk about proper nouns, definitely they are specific, they are singular. But common nouns can be singular or plural. For example, proper noun is Barbie. And when you go for common noun of Barbie, then it can be toy or toys. When you move back to proper noun, then Harry Potter is a name of a book or a name of a movie or name of a series. But for it, we can write it as book or books. So this is all about this difference. Next, we have the difference on the basis of usage. Proper nouns are not used frequently and common nouns are used more frequently. For example, if you are talking with someone and you mention that I have read and you have to take the names of a lot of books that you have already read. It's instead of it, you say, I have read a lot of books. So normally we use common nouns more frequently in our daily life. Next, then you have the difference on the basic basis of importance. Now, proper nouns, these nouns are usually more important or significant than common nouns. And common nouns, these nouns are more general and less specific. It is basically the same, that proper nouns are specific, they are important, they are significant, and common nouns are more considered, most of the time it is considered general, and they are less specific. On this basis, you have a lot of examples. I have mentioned examples of proper nouns related to their common nouns, and they are in front of you. For example, Ali, boy; Sarah, girl; Indus, river; Australia, country; winter, season; goosebumps, movie; Harry Potter, book; January, month; Thursday, day; Cambridge, university; Disneyland, theme park; Charlie, actor; Mount Everest, mountain; Lamborghini, car; Samsung, mobile; Kim Tae-young, singer; Earth, planet; Hogwarts, school; Doraemon, cartoon; Allama Iqbal, poet. So these are the differences of proper noun and common noun and uncountable nouns. The very first difference is that the countable nouns can be counted in numbers. Examples are books, tables, pens, men, buses, etc. While on the other hand, uncountable nouns cannot be counted in numbers. And its examples are water, gas, hair, etc. The second difference of countable nouns and uncountable nouns is this, that countable nouns have singular and plural form. For example, toy, toys; board, boards. While on the other hand, uncountable nouns have typically singular form. For example, rice, salt, ketchup. The next difference is that the countable nouns can be used with singular and plural verb. For example, this book is old. Book is singular and I have used is as a singular verb here. These books are old. Books is plural and I have used a plural verb are. While for uncountable nouns, we can only use singular verb. For example, sugar is sweet, oil is greasy. Is used in both the examples and it is a singular verb. The next difference is that articles can be used with countable nouns. Articles a and the are used with countable nouns. For example, it is a book. These are the toys that we bought. It is an umbrella. Articles are underlined for your convenience. While on the other hand, articles cannot be used with uncountable nouns. For example, we cannot mention a sugar, an oil, or the petrol. The next difference is that numbers can be used with countable nouns. For example, 1 pen, 3 pens, 2 bags, 5 bags. But for uncountable nouns, numbers cannot be used. For example, again, we cannot mention 1 sugar or 5 sugar or 6 rice and 10 rice. But yes, we can mention 6 bags of rice or 5 bags of sugar because bags is a countable noun. Next, the difference is that countable nouns are also called number nouns. Why? Because we use number with them. and its examples are oranges, chairs, etc. Uncountable nouns are also called mass nouns because we weigh them. Examples are butter and juice. Countable nouns are separate and they can be counted. Once again, I am reminding you the main point that these are separate units and they can be counted, while uncountable nouns are not separate units and they are weighed. But some of the nouns have exceptions. Like, for example, news is a word that seems plural, but it is not a plural word. It is a singular noun and we use singular verb for it. For example, this news is very important. Your luggage looks heavy. Same is the case with mathematics, physics. They seem plural. Why? Because S is with them, but they are actually singular. Some other nouns are there, for example, chocolate. Most of the students and facilitators get confused with this word and they consider it as countable noun, but it is actually not a countable noun. Chocolate itself can be in a powder form, it can be in a liquid form, it can be in a candy form. So, if it is the matter of just only chocolate, it is uncountable noun. It will be countable or it can be countable when we will say that I have purchased 5 bars of chocolate or 5 candies of chocolate or 5 packets of chocolate. Then the packets, candies or bars, they are countable. Chocolate will remain the same. Same is the case with soap. It can be in the powder form, it can be in the liquid form, it can be in the form of bars. So, soap itself is uncountable and it can be countable or it is considered countable when it will be in the form of bars or bottles or packets. Another hair, it is also uncountable. We cannot change it into plural. For example, she has blonde hair. I have black hair. So, please kindly keep this one rule in your mind that countable nouns can be counted while uncountable nouns cannot be counted. Another difference is this, that countable nouns use interrogative expression, that is how many. For example, how many students are in the class? Or how many oranges have you eaten? While on the other hand, uncountable nouns use interrogative expression, that is how much. For example, how much oil is required? How much money do you have? So these were the differences of countable and uncountable nouns. Between concrete and abstract nouns. I will take the start with the definition, and the definition of the concrete nouns is: these nouns can be physically sensed. And examples are apples, rose, princess, etc. The definition of abstract noun is this, that these nouns cannot be physically sensed. And its examples are wisdom, education, knowledge, etc. The other difference between the two is that concrete nouns have physical existence. They are present physically. We can sense them with our 5 senses. We have sense of sight, sense of hear, sense of smell, sense of taste, and sense of touch. So these nouns have physical presence, and the examples are car, students, furniture, etc. Abstract nouns do not have physical existence. Examples are freedom, fun, anger, etc. The next difference of concrete and abstract noun is this, that the concrete nouns are the names of person, place, animal, or thing. Examples: Charles, Sydney, goat, cup, etc. Abstract noun is an idea, feeling, quality, or characteristics. Examples are strength, pleasure, bravery, etc. Then the next difference is that concrete nouns may be common nouns, they may be number nouns, they may be genders, they may be compound nouns, etc. Abstract nouns are formed from nouns. For example, child is a noun and we can change it into abstract noun like childhood. Friend is a noun and we can change it into abstract noun, that is friendship. Abstract nouns are also formed from verbs. For example, know, and it makes knowledge. Laugh, and it makes laughter. Abstract nouns are formed from adjectives. For example, weak, weakness. Honest is an adjective, and an abstract noun for honest is honesty. Well, these were the few differences of concrete and abstract nouns. Collective noun. It is the name which stands for a group of things, people, places, birds, animals, etc. Examples: nation, family, parliament, board, jury, committee, herd, flock, bunch, cluster, galaxy, etc. Well, the names given to the group of people, we have a lot of examples. A few are here. For example, dynasty of kings, troop of scouts, army of soldiers, crowd of people, etc. As far as name of the things are concerned, deck of cards, library of books, bunch of keys, fleet of ships. Examples of places: row of houses, block of flats, group of islands. These are specific names that have been given to specific groups. Must keep one thing in mind, that this collection consists of only one single unit. There are different examples. I have selected a few names with their pictures and they are placed here. Kindly go for them, read them out, and try to learn a few on daily basis. There are collective nouns for birds, then collective nouns for people, collective nouns for mammals, and so many more. Kindly go for it, read them out. And material nouns. Material nouns are the names of materials or substances which are used as raw material for other things. For example, milk, iron, cotton, salt, gold, etc. Material nouns are uncountable. These are nouns which are measured or weighed. For example, sugar, tea, plastic, wood, etc. These nouns are uncountable. Then they do not have plural form. For example, for plastic, we cannot consider it as plastics. For salt, we cannot consider it as salts. So it does not have any plural form. Material nouns do not take article a or an before them. Examples: it is only gold. We cannot mention a gold or an iron or a cotton. Articles are not used. Determiners like little, a little, the little, much, some, any are used before material nouns. For example, there is little water in the bottle. There is some water in the bottle. There is not much water in the glass. We have different examples of material nouns. The very first one is man made, that is butter, cheese, cement, cloth, etc. Natural material nouns are metals, salt, rock, water, clay, coal, etc. Animal material nouns are milk, wool, silk, leather, honey, meat. And from plants, material nouns are cotton, oil, wood, coffee, sugar, tea, rubber, etc. Last topic related to nouns. A compound noun is defined as a noun that is made up of two or more different words. For example, cake shop, French fries, high flyer, fast food, etc. Types of compound nouns. There are three types of compound nouns. Number first is spaced or open compound noun. Number two, hyphenated compound noun. And number three, closed or solid compound nouns. The very first one is spaced or open compound nouns. It is formed when there is space between the two words. For example, cricket, bat, fast food, flower shop. There is a gap, there is a space between the two words. Hyphenated compound nouns. It is formed when two words are separated with the use of hyphen. For example, byproduct, mother-in-law, passer-by. They have hyphens, these words have hyphens between them and they functions as compound noun that are known as hyphenated compound nouns. The next one is closed or solid compound nouns. It is formed when two words do not have any space or hyphen separating them. For example, sunflower, classroom, rainfall, etc. These are compound words, but they do not have any space, they do not have hyphen between them. Further, we have forming compound nouns. How do we form compound nouns? Compound nouns can be formed by combining different parts of speech, but they function as noun. Let's check how do they form. The very first one is when we join noun plus noun, we get a compound noun. For example, bus, stop, fire, fly, basket, ball, railway station, football, railway junction, airport, headmistress, ship deck, sweatshirt. We have joined two nouns to make a single compound noun. Then we have the combination of noun and verb. Examples are in front of you. Haircut, sunrise, sunset, rainfall, snowfall, footprint, role play, healthcare, gunfight. Here we have noun hair and verb cut, and a compound noun is formed, that is haircut. Next we have noun plus gerund combination. We will get compound noun. For example, sightseeing, bird watching, handwriting, mountain climbing, river rafting, copy editing, ballet dancing, bookkeeping, cat walking. The first word is noun and next we have gerund. So these compound nouns are formed with the combination of noun and gerund. Then further we have the combination of gerund plus noun. For example, washing machine, dressing table, magnifying lens, visiting card, fishing net, driving license, sewing machine, cooking gas. These compound nouns are formed with the combination of gerund plus noun. Then we have the combination of noun and prepositional phrases. For example, mother-in-law, father-in-law, sister-in-law, brother-in-law, son-in-law, daughter-in-law, lady-in-waiting. Next combination is of preposition plus verb. Out, put. In, preposition, put verb, input. Outlet, understand, overthrow, undercut, underpass, intake, uproar. These compound nouns are formed with the help of preposition and verb combination. Next is the combination of adjective plus noun. Black is an adjective and board is noun. So compound word is blackboard. Green room, granddaughter, hardware, hot dog, smartphone, bluebird, small talk, blueberry. These are the examples of compound nouns that are formed with the help of adjective and noun combination. Then we have a combination of adjective plus verb. The compound nouns that are formed with the help of adjective and verb combination are dry cleaning, dry is your adjective, verb is again cleaning. Underfed, long awaited. Public speaking, long lasting, everlasting, highlight. The next combination is of repetitive or rhyming words. For example, hocus pocus, dilly dally, boo boo, walkie talkie, no no, argle bargle, chit chat, atsy fatsy, fiddle faddle, goo goo. So this was all about compound nouns. This was the last kind of nouns. Almost all the kinds are discussed in detail. Numbers. Numbers means counting in general. As far as English grammar is concerned, in grammar, number refers to the count of a noun. And I hope that you might have got the idea that our topic for today is singular and plural number nouns simply. Examples are boy, boys, man, men. There are two different types of numbers, singular numbers and plural numbers. Singular refers to the count of only one of the noun. Examples, pen, table, aunt, father, goose, etc. Plural refers to the count of more than one of a noun. Examples, pens, tables, aunts, fathers, geese, etc. Now we will study about how to change numbers. There are different rules to change numbers from singular to plural. They are as follows. The first method is regular plural making. Next, irregular plural making. In regular plural making, we have a few steps to follow. The first step is that simply we add s with the singular nouns. For example, ball, balls, book, books, car, cars. Next is when singulars end with s, sh, ch, double s or x, we add es with the given nouns. For example, box, it ends with x, we'll add es, boxes. Dish, dishes. Bench, it ends with ch, benches. Bus, buses. Then we have singulars ending with consonant plus o. When a word ends with o and before that o we have a consonant letter like hero, heroes, we have added es. Mango, mangoes. Potato, potatoes. Zero, zeros, etc. The next way is when singular ending with vowel plus o, we have to add simply s. Like studio, it ends with o. Before o, we have a vowel letter. We will simply add s in the plural, studios. Portfolio, portfolios. Bamboo, bamboos. A few exceptions are there. The very first exception is that consonant plus O add S. Sometimes the last letter is O and before that we have consonants. So we also add S with it. Photo, photos. Piano, pianos. Radio, radios. Next exception is that some singulars take S and ES both. For example, mosquito. The plural is mosquitoes with S and mosquitoes with ES. Commando, commandos with S and commandos with ES. Then we have irregular plural making method, and the very first step is like singulars that end with consonant plus Y. We have to remove Y and add IES. Examples, for example, story. The last letter is Y. Before Y we have consonant letter R. We will simply remove Y and add IES. Baby, babies. Army, armies. City, cities. Then we have singulars that end with vowel plus Y. We have to add S. Examples are toy, toys, monkey, monkeys, key, keys, etc. Some singular ends with F or FE. Replace it with VES. Knife, knives. The last two letters are FE. We have removed FE and we have replaced it with VES. Leaf, LEF. We have removed it and we have replaced it with VES. Wolf, wolves. Exceptions of F. Previously, leaf ends with F and we have written VES. Sometimes we have F in the end and we just add S with it. For example, cliff, cliffs. Proof, proofs. Dwarf, dwarfs. Grief, griefs. Stuff, stuffs. The tip to remember here it is that F is stressed over. Then some plurals are formed by changing inner vowels. For example, man. The middle letter is vowel A and we have changed it with tooth, teeth, foot, feet, goose, geese. Simply by changing vowels. We have made these plurals. Some nouns take en, ren to make them plurals. For example, child. We will simply add ren and the plural will be children. Ox, oxen. Brother, brethren. Then the plural of compound nouns is made by adding s to the principal word or making the plural of principal word. For example, washer, man. Washer, men. Father-in-law, fathers-in-law. Some compound nouns take double plural. For example, man, servant. It will be changed into men, servants. Lord Justice, Lords Justices. In some nouns, man is changed to men to form plural. Examples, chairman, singular, chairmen, plural. Headman, headmen. In some nouns, we add s to man to make it plural. For example, Brahman, Brahmans, M-A-N-S. German, Germans. Some singulars take apostrophe and s. Examples, two, twos, MA, MAs. For example, if you make a sentence, we have 2 MAs in our institute. Then next we have some nouns are preceded by numbers. They should be used as singulars. Dozen. We cannot change it into dozens or pair to pairs. We have to use numbers with them. For example, 10 dozen, 2000, 2 pair. Some nouns are only plurals. Why? Because they already have s with them. Scissors, measles, spectacles, thanks, etc. Some nouns have s endings, but they are singulars. Means, innings, news, etc. Next we have that some nouns have ICS ending, but they are singular. For example, physics. Again, S is with it, so we might get confused that it is plural, but no, it's a name of a subject. It's singular, physics. Mathematics, optics, ethics, etc. It is defined as the classification of nouns. For example, boy, girl, doctor, pen. There are 4 genders: masculine, feminine, common, neuter. Masculine gender: all the male community is considered as masculine gender. For example, father, son, boy, poet, nephew. As far as poetry is concerned, the poets use different objects to enhance their writings. Then the objects that are famous for strength, destruction, toughness, force, and violence are also in masculine gender. For example, sun, thunder, earthquake, storm, etc. Feminine gender: all the female community is considered as feminine gender. For example, mother, daughter, girl, princess, niece, etc. The objects that are famous for softness, sweetness, gentleness, grace, beauty, etc. are also in feminine gender. Examples are liberty, hope, nature, mercy, etc. Then we have common gender. Those nouns which can be classified as masculine and feminine genders are called common genders. Examples are child, friend, student, servant, teacher, etc. Then the next is neuter gender. The word neuter means nothing. These nouns do not have any class, neither masculine nor feminine. For example, book, chair, wood, pen, table, etc. Now it's time for formation of gender. We can make the feminine gender by 3 ways. The very first one is by adding ESS or INE. For example, host, hostess, author, authoress, prince, princess, hero, heroine. By adding ESS after dropping the last syllable. Murderer, the last syllable is dropped, murderess. Governor, governess. By adding ESS after dropping the last vowel. Founder, the last vowel is E, foundress. Director, directress. Actor, actress. Next, by having an entirely different word. Wizard, witch. Sir, madam. Uncle, aunt. Bull, cow. The third one is by adding of a word to the masculine. Grandfather, grandmother. Peacock, peahen. Landlord, landlady. A few exceptions are there. Mr., Mrs., widower, widow, master, mister, emperor, empress, etc.